Hey guys, I want to read you guys a book. It's over here. It's called Flat for Rent. It's a children's book. It was written by Leah Goldberg in the 50s, I think. It's a very old book. Recommended price is about 13, just over $13 is the recommended price for this book. It's only a few pages long. The reason I'm reading it to you is because this is a book that every Israeli knows. Every Israeli child has read this book, okay? Has been taught this book. Now, I'm not actually reading it to you because it's in Hebrew, so I'm actually going to read off a website. I just have it here for effect. I'm going to pretend that I'm reading it. Let me just put the camera so I can look like I'm pretending. I'm going to pretend that I'm reading it, but I'm actually going to read off the screen here. Now, unfortunately, the beauty is lost in the translation, the poetic feel is lost in the translation, but, we'll do what we can. In a beautiful valley among vineyards and fields, there stood a tower with 5 floors. Who lived in the tower? On the first floor lived a fat hen. All day long she is at home, lolling in her bed. She is so fat she can hardly walk. On the second floor lived a cuckoo bird, all day long running around, visiting her children. They live in different homes. On the third floor lived a clean, coquettish black cat with a ribbon on her neck. On the fourth floor lived a squirrel, happily cracking and munching on nuts. On the fifth floor used to live a Mr. Mouse, but a week ago he packed up and left. No one knows why and to where. The tenants wrote a sign, stuck a nail above the door, and hung the sign on the wall. Flat for rent. Then through paths, ways, and roads, new tenants came to see the place. First came an ant. She climbed to the 5th floor, read the sign, opened the door, stood inside and looked around. All the neighbors came out of their flats, gathered round her, smiled and asked, "Do you like the rooms?" "They're nice." "Do you like the kitchen?" "It's nice." "Do you like the hallway?" "It's all right." "Then dwell with us, aunt." "No, I won't." "Why?" "I don't like the neighbors. How can I, the aunt, dwell in the same house with a lazy hen, lolling all day around in her bed? She is so fat she can hardly walk." The hen was hurt, and the aunt went on her way. Later, a rabbit came in. She climbed nimbly to the 5th floor, read the sign, opened the door, stood inside and looked around. All the neighbors came out of their flats, gathered round her, smiled and asked, "Do you like the rooms?" "They're good." "Do you like the kitchen?" "Satisfactory." "Do you like the hallway?" "It's large." "Then dwell with us, rabbit." "No, I won't." "Why?" "I don't like the neighbors. How can I, a mother of 20 bunnies, dwell together with a cuckoo who deserts her children? Her children grow up in strange nests, all of them deserted, all of them neglected. What would my children learn from them?" The cuckoo bird was hurt, and the rabbit went on her way. The rabbit went, and a pig came in. He read the sign "Flat for Rent," and after reading, he rolled up, climbed the stairs, opened the door. There he stood and looked around, with his small eyes on the walls, on the ceilings, and on the windows. All the neighbors came out of their flats, gathered round him, smiled and asked, "Do you like the rooms?" "They're spacious." "Do you like the kitchen?" "Kitchen is nice, but it is not dirty enough." "Do you like the hallway?" "It's nice." "Then dwell with us." "No, I won't." "Why?" "I don't like the neighbors. How can I, the pig, white, son of whites, from the day of creation, dwell together with a black cat? This won't suit me, no way, no how." Go away, pig. This doesn't suit us either, no way, no how." The pig went away, and the nightingale came in. The nightingale climbed, singing, to the last floor, read the sign, opened the door, looked on the walls, on the ceilings, on the floors. All the neighbors came out of their flats, gathered round him, smiled and asked, "Do you like the rooms?" "They're nice." "Do you like the kitchen?" "It's nice." "Then dwell with us." "No, I won't. I don't like the neighbors. How can I sit quietly and calmly when a squirrel keeps cracking and munching on nuts all day long? Oh, the noise is horrible, terrible, ear-splitting. And my ears are accustomed to other sounds, to the sounds of song, to the songs of hymns. The squirrel was hurt, and the nightingale went on his way. The nightingale went, and a dove came in. She quickly climbed to the last floor, read the sign, opened the door, stood inside, looked around. Do you like the rooms? The rooms are quite narrow. Do you like the kitchen? The kitchen is nice, but not large enough. Do you like the hallway? The hallway is full of shade. The hallway is very dark. So you won't dwell with us then? Of course I will, and gladly so. Because what I like very much are the neighbours. The good red-combed hen, the beautiful cuckoo bird, the impeccably clean cat, the life-loving nut-munching squirrel. I know that we can all live together happily and peacefully in such good company. And the dove rented the flat, and there she sat every day, cooing in her room. And thus, in a beautiful valley among vineyards and fields, stands a tower of 5 floors. And the tower to this day, and in this tower to this day, live all the good neighbours together, happily and peacefully. Now the moral of the story is easy. It's, in my view, it's about coexisting, about social unity, about trying to share the positives, then focus on the negatives. As I said, it's children's book, so obviously she doesn't overdevelop the message. But every single child in Israel knows this story. I thought I'd share this with the wider audience now. I think it's been an Israeli story for long enough. Maybe you want to teach it to your kids if you have children. You know, the story's quite universal, obviously. I have it on CD with music and audio, etc. But I doubt it. I doubt there's an English translation of it, unfortunately. I mean, you know, maybe there's a message I even missed out that someone picked up on. I don't think so, because it is a children's book at the end of the day. But maybe there is. Either way, that's your bit of Israeli culture for the day. The decades-old lessons taught to Israeli children about social unity with others and focusing on positives and differences. Alright guys, until next time.